Hi there folks, Steve here. Yes, I've been away for a while and now I'm back. I've got a new internet connection, so I should be on mostly every day. And so to make up for the time I've been away, I've been planning some new videos for the future. But I won't talk too much about that right now. Just going to make a short video just to say hello and welcome to the new subscribers. And I've missed you all, and I have been on every week to check up the situation and to watch videos and keep up with with everything. But it's not the same as being able to respond interactively every day. Been just offline really, for about 6 months nearly. And at the beginning it was like breaking a habit really, because I've been online for about 13 years constantly, or longer probably, using computers in everything I do, in my work and in my social life. And films and everything else nowadays is all watched on computers. So the whole life is really very much computer based these days. And so I had the chance, in a way, the chance to be offline for an amount of time. It's like an addiction. It's weird. The first 3 days, what's going on? What messages are in my inbox? Who's written on Facebook, or who's commented on a video? And after 3 days, it turns to frustration. The habit breaks, but the frustration begins. And after a couple of weeks, you're thinking, yeah. And after a couple of months, I thought to myself, I don't really want that dependency anymore. I don't like that dependency. I don't like to feel like that just because something stopped. And so it took me a while to think about what it was. Why did I want to be on the internet? Why did I want to be connected to the internet? Well, during that time, I put on the television. I plugged the television in and watched a couple of weeks of television. And insane really. I watched BBC World News and CNN and all of these channels, and it disturbed me to see, because I'd forgotten what it was like to watch television all day for 2 weeks, and not have the internet, and how biased the mainstream media really is, and how little of the story there is, and how it always seems to be contained to that particular way that they want us to think, whoever they are. The safe story for the general public, the general knowledge, all of the general public lies, or the general public, disinformation. And it was interesting because I was thinking to myself, I'm making a kind of controversial channel. I want to say what needs saying. There's sometimes things in the room that just need saying, and someone's got to say them. So I just choose, I think, well, okay, somebody's got to say them, so maybe it's me. And that's the kind of channel I wanted to create here. Me talking about the world. I'm just a guy, you're just, another person, a human being, a man, a woman. And so I guess you feel similar, in a lot of things, similar. And so I just try and speak from my heart and think to myself, okay, you're maybe feeling the same. Maybe we can get onto the same wavelength. Maybe we can find some kind of common ground. I don't want to point fingers and blame people and blame institutions or societies or corporations. But sometimes you have to point the finger at things in order to draw attention to those things, in order to heal. It's like if you've got a cut on your leg, or if you've injured your arm or something. Like on your foot, if you don't know there's a thorn in your foot or there's a cut, then you're walking around on this wound, and that's the worst thing you can do, is like inflict more pain on a wound that's already there. So it's about pointing at the wounds with love in a way, but this kind of fatherly love, not this motherly kind of hippie, like let's stay in silence and give it. We need to kind of assert a little bit more. A little bit more hands-on love. After watching television, anyway, back to that subject, after watching 2 weeks of television, I realised that, all I'd learnt off television is like how to kill and how to ride in a car chase and how to make a bomb and how to kidnap and steal, and all of these dramas that are played out on television give us a totally crazy view of the world. A view of the world that all that ever happens is drama. For sure, yeah, they can't show you the boring things. Because television's there for entertainment. Even the news is there to entertain. If they was to simply tell you all of the truth, we'd probably flip out. So we should be grateful that we've got maybe a news company that's feeding people stuff that's gonna keep them from flipping out. Whatever. Television's crap. Television is appalling, and I would ban television. But maybe we can get a little bit more truth to the television. But anyway, coming back to the internet, coming back onto the internet, I think that it's time to switch media from television to internet. I've swapped my life. I don't watch any television anymore. I'm just spend most of the television, if you like, that I watch is internet videos. Pretty mundane stuff, documentaries about Plato and interviews about sovereignty, admiralty and maritime law and all of that, blah blah blah. But it's good, it's my choice, and I can respond, I can write comments under videos, I can talk to those video makers. And I think that's the really special thing about internet that makes it different from any other media. And I think internet should be a human right. A human right, an inalienable right is air, the rights to breathe, the rights to drink, the rights to eat, the rights to move around, the rights to freedom and equality, if you like. And with these rights come newer rights, in a way, because, as society develops, everybody's developing society in their own little way. So, for example, we invent the telephone. Like when I say we, I mean humanity. It's not just one person invents a telephone and owns the entire thing, or one company buys that patent and owns the entire concept. It might be in the legal zone, in a legal way of thinking. But in reality, we all put into ideas, and wheel was invented, and hot water was invented. So. It's when the telephone comes. At first, obviously, it's reduced to those who can afford it. It's a luxury. But after a while, when everybody gets connected, and also the systems of society involve needing a telephone. Things require telephone. A lot of communication is done over telephone. So therefore, it becomes a human necessity to live in society with a telephone. So if you was going to go to another country, and the only reason that you was going to go there is because you could still contact your family over telephone, otherwise you wouldn't go there, then if you got to that other country and you was denied the right to have a telephone, then surely that would be a denial of human inalienable rights. But it's an interesting question, because now we've got the internet, and really everybody has got the access to the internet. Everybody. Well, not everybody, but everybody in the Western world can pick up a laptop or an internet thing pretty cheap. You can walk into an internet cafe or to a place where there's wireless LAN, and pretty much without great authentication or identification, people can get on pretty anonymously to the internet now. And I hope it stays that way. I hope people can go on freely somehow. Because I would hate to think that I was blocked from going on the internet. It would be like being imprisoned out of, it would be having all of my friends locked away, or me being locked away from a particular thing. But it's good to be back. It's really good to be back, and I have got faith. I did lose faith in the world. I did have a lot of time to think, and I'd like to reflect that in some of the upcoming videos. Yeah. So, have a nice time, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.